The unpleasant side of networking on social media is, your best of contents sometimes go unnoticed or rather unappreciated, and the worst surprise is, these even go unappreciated by those who constitute your friends, colleagues and relatives lists. Never mind. It happens. And it happens because even an editorial page of a daily newspaper bags the lowest readership, because it finds the least interest of them who are not opinion pursuers, but general news freaks. It is definitely the image of the media vehicle which, on its own, attracts the genuine followers to the respective pages, be it the supplement pages or the editorial page. But the best part of this is, it propels you to acknowledge that either you miss an element in your auspicious content, or you have yet to connect to genuine audiences. To enhance own skills and talent which can drive incremental and measurable changes in one's productivity, is in the wish list of every one of us, because one's own limitations to overcome personal shortcomings mostly brings hindrances to move on in one's personal and professional life. Offering the clarity and alignment of your personal brand in the message that you create the content for, is important to represent you, what you stand for, and all that you do. Hence, it is pertinent to discuss the steps involved in content planning that help us walk through the reader's mind. Create the content to make your personal brand walk through your reader's mind. Whether you create content for your personal brand or for your client's brand, though perspectives to look at both shall carry differences, but planning a content should follow similar steps indifferently. Let's start with knowing a brand. A mere name becomes a brand when it creates value and influences its TG, by offering them a product or service to pick, and enabling them to recognize in a cluttered market. However, the value it creates has different interpretations. From a marketing perspective, it is the promise and delivery of an experience. From a business perspective, it is the security of future returns. And from a legal perspective, it is a separable piece of intellectual property. Therefore, offering the clarity and alignment of your personal brand in the message that you create the content for, is important to represent you, what you stand for, and all that you do. Of course, the style, language and tone should marry your style. Let's begin with the first step. Do you know anybody who likes to visit a doctor or an advocate for no reasons unless he is a friend? An inadvertent answer is definitely no, which means what you are and what you stand for together speak of all about you too, and people look up to your opinion when in need of it. Therefore, planning a content for no specific reason may lose your content's discoverability, or even if it is traced, may drop a potential chance of readers' pursuance in the face of duplication or reproduction. People carry a usual goal of increased traffic to their websites, but believe me, a good content plan is more than mere increasing traffic. Increase in traffic cannot guarantee you an increase in returning visitors, who love to land on your website, only if they patronize you in what you stand for. For example, you may carry an objective to educate public at large about a latent need in the market, and its hidden potential of raising an avenue of earning for them. Another example, you may also look at building a community of opinion pursuers, who shall genuinely be interested in supporting the cause you stand for. So, defining your objective should fall in your first priority in content planning process, and thereafter you move to the next step, which holds equal importance in content planning. Choosing your topics certainly not stands here by writing the best of captions, but points out the need and the significance of creating an editorial calendar. Once you have set your broader objective in step 1, the next step needs you to plan for small write-ups or articles to help the opinion pursuers follow your thread of messages and get close to enlighten with the broader concept. Essentially, these topics should vary from one to the other, so that these must not look as giving the same old wine in a new bottle, but must give your readers an impression as they are thriving gradually toward fulfilling their goals. If you carry an objective to educate public at large about a latent need in the market and its hidden potential of raising an avenue of earning for them, topics which address burgeoning crisis of employability publicized by corporates, challenges faced by government to get rid of unemployment, increasing affinity towards working from home, growing insecurity of job in private sector, layoffs by organizations to cut cost, raising good income and lifestyle, living up own dreams, etc. will make the opinion pursuers to realize the broader concept. This in one side ensures the variety of necessity, and on the other side fills up your editorial calendar with relevance. All that glitter is not gold sounds true in literature, but it is the unpleasant fact of social media today. What is written nowadays borrows value from who has written it. People in authority enjoy the power of influencing people on social media irrespective whether their thoughts touch the height of intellectuality or not. A neophyte is looked as a gold that casts little dirt on it, drops its potential to be discovered in magnitude of likes and shares of power of influence. But one which make the eye wide open can make its way through. On the other hand, a catchy caption with right hashtag increases the chance of discoverability. It is therefore significant to understand the basic difference between a hashtag and a tag. Tags are used to increase your chance of being discovered, which is known to every one of us, but the pleasant side of it is that tags are also used for branding of your topics. Using a hashtag implies whatever you want to write about or have written about in your content. This you must do when you want to get the attention of opinion pursuers, who might find what you are talking about important. Whereas, just tags without hash are no more than 1 to 3 words that accurately describe the information in the content, and which also make it easy to locate related items that have the same tags. Now you decide where the opinion pursuers will most likely face your communication. We can put it in simple comprehensible language without complicating the life in marketing jargons. You keep foresight where your personal brand can reach. It's your personal vision. You occupy yourself in specific assignments to get on your way. It's your mission. You arrive at certain things that your personal brand needs to achieve. These are your objectives, and we have taken off this in step 1. You adopt different approaches to meet your objective. These are strategies, and we have taken off this in step 2. You look for a segment of readers who might find what you are talking about important. They are the opinion pursuers, and we have also taken off this in step 3. Now you decide where they will most likely face your communication. It's all about content placement. You then create the stimulus in form of blog posts, articles, infographics, audiovisuals, website, content, ebooks, editorials, newsletters, podcasts, webcasts, webinars, online games, etc. to take on your message. It's content production. The step 5. Writing down the message at length and breadth requires all the above planning and management for better execution. It is critical to understand that in advertising, content production stage comes before deciding content placement, but the content strategy or planning process propels to decide upon content platforms first where the content will arrive, because selection of specific platform affects the style and tone of content writing. These were 5 steps involved in content planning process. All the best in your next move.